I want to share something with you that will benefit your life. Because He wakes you up in the morning, this is a sure sign from God that He isn't finished with you. You won't be able to wake up when He's through. But the fact that you are awake indicates He's got something for you that He hasn't been able to give you yet. For whatever reason, I'm going to assist you in getting to that reason a little faster. I want to share something with you that has changed my life. When I was reading the book, there was a quotation from Albert Einstein that said, "Imagination is everything." It's a sneak peek of what's to come in life. When you think about it, that is a really truthful statement, because everything you see in this world is the result of someone's imagination. Someone was talking on the phone one day on a corded wall phone and tried to go outside the house, but he wouldn't go any further because of the cord. All he wanted to do was to get outside of the house. Then someone said, "You know what? I wish I had the ability to take this phone outside without a cord." Everyone listening to me right now has a cell phone. It was all a figment of someone's imagination. That was someone's thought. Everything was conjured up by someone. Someone has had enough of walking and thought of automobiles. Someone grew weary of driving automobiles and thought of flying. "We're going to fly," someone said. Everyone in this room right now has traveled by plane. As you can see, your imagination is proof of things you haven't seen. You can see why it's called proof of things not seen, because it's all in your head. You are the only one who has access to it. You're the only one who has access to that. So all of that stuff you've been imagining wasn't just a figment of your imagination. When you picture anything, it's essentially God giving you a sneak peek at a future attraction. He has planned it for you. That is the nature of your imagination. Why do you keep fantasizing about having a second home? God desires for you to have a second home. Why do you constantly visualize yourself in another work as a supervisor? Because God truly desires for you to have it. You keep dreaming of starting a business one day, because that's exactly what God has planned for you. And He planted it in your mind. The issue with your imagination is that you tell the wrong people about it. Telling a small-minded person about a grandiose dream will kill it. You can't do that. Oh my goodness. Consider this in your own life. How many times have you had a fantastic idea and told your family and friends about it, only to have them discuss it? rather dismiss it. Do you know why it was shut down? Because God didn't place it in their mind. They couldn't perceive it. He slid it into your bag. It was your proof of things you couldn't see. Take a look at everything you've been imagining. You should get started on it right away, since that is what God has in your store for you. Your true life exists only in your head. That's what I'm here to tell you. I'm not here by chance. I'm here because He planted this idea in my head. I did nothing but hold on to that concept. All I did was keep hoping. I could only hope that what I had written on the paper would come true. It wasn't always about a lack of faith. I didn't always believe it. How do you imagine yourself as a star when you are homeless and living in your own car? But I just kept thinking about it. My mother was a rice seller, and I remember her saying, God didn't bring you this far to abandon you. What do you believe? The reason He keeps waking you up every day? Because He's got more in store for you. He's got a lot more in store for you, including plans. What? He relies on your belief. All He asks is for you to call Him. He wants you to resurrect your creativity and go for it. You must strive to stop waking up thinking you have no say in your life, that you have a choice in this matter, and that you are powerless to stop what has occurred to you. Take action in response to what has occurred to you. Life is made up of 10% of what happens to you and 90% of what you do about it. Someone in your family will pass away. Someone is going to lose their job in this place today. Someone is going to get evicted today. Someone will be laid off, and a business will be closed today. Someone you care about is about to break up with you. That's how life is. But what are your plans for dealing with it? Because it's going to happen anyhow. Believe me, when I say that, you should go home and pray to God to expand your imaginations. Then follow it with everything you have and watch what He does for you. Everyone listening to me right now is looking for two things. Everyone aspires to be successful and content in their lives. I'm going to tell you something about that. And that happiness and success are for everyone. But I'm going to tell you something. You have to change your mindset. If you want to be successful, you must make a change now. The distinction between successful and unsuccessful people can be found here, right here. It doesn't make any difference. I don't have any more than the rest of you. God bestowed upon me the same blessings that He bestowed upon you. God loved me just as much as He loved you. He doesn't adore me as much as He adores you. However, you must alter your thinking. If you want to be successful, you must focus if you assume they will mail the money to your house, you are completely wrong. If you believe they will pay for your transportation and make things simple for you, you are mistaken. You must adjust your mindset if you want to be successful. You will need to believe in yourself. If you don't have faith, if you don't have a relationship with God, you're going to make this a lot more difficult than it needs to be. And on flight right now, I will tell you that. Take a look at him. Do you believe you can succeed without God? Let me inquire as to how that is going for you. I'm here to tell you that you can start from nothing and achieve greatness. But you will need God. You can think of another way. But there is not a book on the market that tells you how to make it without God. There are thousands of books about faith and how to develop it in your relationship with God. You won't be able to make it without it. You have the options of short-circuiting your ticket. He never made a person for whom he didn't have a gift. All you have to do now is find out what gift he given you and put it to good use. According to the Bible, your gift will make room for you. Let me tell you about something God wants to me. Master Caesar, do you see what he's driving? He remarked. Take a look at the house he does. What will you find out later? It took me approximately 10 months, and I was contemplating it at that time. I made the decision to return home to my faults. I truly did. You have to make some choices in your life, but you've been given this gift. Your gift is the thing you excel at the most. That is your deity. He didn't keep it hidden. He didn't bury it in the sand. He didn't store it away in the sea. It ain't worth a dime. There is no need for a map to look at it. When God created it, He put it right here for you. You've all been given something. According to the Bible, your gift will make way for you and place you in the company of great men. That's all there is to the scripture. I don't even need to consider it. That's exactly what I do. It's not something I do, it's just something that comes naturally to me. You can imagine those who simply open up their mouth and sing. They only have to sing. You can't sing like that, no matter how much you practice. If you quit whatever you are trying to achieve, whatever you were attempting to achieve will never come to fruition. Quitting is a sure way to fail. Now you will fail when you attempt, but resigning will simply put an end to it. That was the most important thing I realized. Then number 2, make sure that your dreams, objectives, and goals are so huge that failing to achieve them is not an option. It simply isn't enough Something so large that it wakes you up in the middle of the night is required. You have to be obsessed with something so enormous that you can't stop thinking about it. You must desire something so great that it motivates you to get out of bed when you don't want to. It keeps you up at night when you've been sleeping for a long time. Makes you show up and makes you do things you wouldn't ordinarily do. It necessitates additional resources. If you want to be amazing, do something extraordinary. If you want to be ordinary, do something extraordinary. However, if you want to be extraordinary, you must add something additional to the usual. That is an extraordinary word. It necessitates considerable effort. Now, if you don't want to put in the extra work because you want to be correct, there's nothing wrong with that. Many people enjoy being correct. I, on the other hand, did not. I didn't want to be like everyone else. I didn't want anything ordinary. I didn't want a typical home. I didn't want to drive a normal car. I didn't want to wear any ordinary clothes. I didn't want a traditional bank account. I just did not want. I desire an excellent home. I want to have a bank account that wasn't extraordinary. I wanted to visit extraordinary locations. It's entirely up to you if you don't want that. You get regular money with a regular job. If you want a regular car, you work on a set schedule. You can wear whatever you want. You're only going to the family gathering anyway. You return home with your butt. You simply travel on a regular basis. Once a year you take a vacation. It's fine. You can purchase a coach ticket or an economy ticket. You want to travel first class. You want to be in the first row of the plane. Let me explain things to you. You already know what you should do. Spend your money wisely and purchase a first class ticket. This is how you develop your ability to succeed. Whenever I travel, I always fly first class. Save your money. Get out of bed, upgrade, and purchase a first class ticket. You will grab something in first class because you will be sitting in the front row. The seats are more spacious. You have the option of chicken, beef, or fish for your food. They give you a bowl of warm nuts and a hot towel to wipe your hands with. Why do you believe they close the curtain to first class when the plane takes off? Because they can't let ordinary people to see what's going on up there. Because you are going to want it back. But you didn't pay for it. What are they up to anyway? More nuns are being served. Wait a minute. Where are our nuns? The food was not charged today. There was no charge for the food. The headset was not paid for. They were consuming all of the films. Why don't we have something like that? You didn't pay for it. After all, as a result, they drew the curtain closed. As a result, they would have to deal with your normal scumbag. I'm curious in what's going on in first class. When you purchase a first class ticket, it becomes quite difficult to walk past those seats. Now you will understand what's going on. As a result, when you treat yourself like a first class passenger, you are programming your mind to act and behave in ways that create first class results. As a result, if you ever fly first class, you will never fly coach anymore. Coaches are small, cramped seats. You are in the middle seat and you are close to the restroom. The chair does not swivel. It's a disaster. Seats are spacious in first class. That is why, according to Dick Gregory, whenever you have the opportunity to treat yourself first class, you should do so, since it conditions the mind. Once you've flown first class, there's no going back. You don't want to fly first class once you obtain a private aircraft, because you are on a private plane. At the airport, you don't have to remove your shoes. Your car pulls around. They open the door and you walk up the steps. Since they won't unlock your bags. They will take you directly to your destination. When you walk down to baggage claim, there's another car waiting for you. And they will take your bags right off the plane and into the car. You will never want to fly first class again after flying private, because you will be conditioned. All you have to do now is get yourself in shape. Once you purchase a stunning gown, you no longer desire a low-cost gown. You like to put on another gorgeous dress. Once you've purchased some Christian Louis Vuitton with red buttons, you want red buttons on all of your shoes. Men like that red on their button, the bottom of their clothes. I'm not sure what it is, but when you walk away, people notice it. When we see that red button, we know that your success is linked to your mental state. You can look to me for guidance and condition yourself to control. Two things will happen in your life every time you face difficulty. There is a blessing as well as a lesson. Those two things are present in every moment of difficulty. There's always a lesson to be learned and a blessing to be received. Pain is always accompanied by a gift. Every time you are in agony, you are given a gift. So there is a lot of gift behind that. That is why when you are going through a difficult time in your life, you must simply write it out. Since God always has a gift in store for us, there's a gift hidden underneath the relief of a man leaving you. A breakup might be a blessing in disguise. You see, sometimes you have to let go of a man in order for God to provide you with the one you truly require. So losing a man is not always a loss. All you have to do now is hang in there. It is possible that God has something better in mind for you. So whenever something horrible occurs, all you have to do is wait for the lesson and the benefit. It happens all the time. It was always the case. You can't be too downhearted. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this episode. Please like, share, and make sure you subscribe for more similar videos to our channel. Peace out.